Hey there, game devs. Ever felt like your game is running out of breath after just a few minutes of gameplay? You know, like it's huffing and puffing, saying, please, no more bullets to spawn. Well, today, we're diving into a simple but powerful concept that'll save your game from an early retirement: object pooling. So, what exactly is object pooling? Imagine this. Instead of throwing objects into the void and creating shiny new ones every time you need them, kind of like using disposable plates at an all-you-can-eat buffet, you decide to reuse the plates instead. Genius, right? That's basically object pooling, but for your game. In game dev terms, object pooling is a technique where we pre-create a bunch of objects, keep them in a pool, and reuse them whenever needed. This way, we avoid the heavy lifting of creating and destroying objects during gameplay. Why is this important? Because every time your game creates or destroys an object, it's like making your CPU and memory run a mini marathon. It works fine for a while, but after too many laps, wham! Your game starts lagging, your FPS drops, and your players are rage quitting faster than you can say unoptimized spaghetti code. But with object pooling, you can keep your game buttery smooth, even when you've got dozens, no, hundreds of bullets, enemies, or particle effects flying around. It's efficient, it's elegant, and it saves your game from a midlife crisis. Stick around, and I'll show you exactly how to set up object pooling in Unity. Trust me, your game and your players will thank you. All right, folks, we've got ourselves an object pooling script. Let's take this line by line, break it down, and make it super simple to understand. Don't worry, it's not as intimidating as it looks. Let's dive in. First up, this line ensures we have only one object pooler in the entire game. If you've ever been to a party with too many DJs, you'll understand why we need just one to keep things organized. Now we define what a pool looks like. Tag. Think of it as a label, like bullets or enemies. Prefab, the object we want to pool. Bullets, enemies, or I don't know, maybe flying toasters? Size, the number of objects to pre-create. It's like stocking up so you don't run out mid-game. The system.serializable attribute lets us see and tweak this in Unity's inspector. Handy. We have a list to define all our pools and a dictionary to store them in an easily accessible format. Think of the dictionary as a super organized filing cabinet. The awake method runs as soon as the script initializes. Here, we're making sure there's only one object pooler. If another one shows up, it gets politely destroyed. Efficiency is key. Here's the core setup. First, we create a dictionary to hold all the pools. For each pool in our list, we create a queue. A queue is like a line at the coffee shop, first in, first out. Then we pre-create objects, deactivate them with setActiveFalse, and store them in the queue. Finally, we add the queue to the dictionary using the pool's tag as a key. This step is like stocking a warehouse with supplies. Everything is neatly organized and ready to go. Need an object? Call this method with the right tag. If the tag doesn't exist, Unity gives you a friendly warning. Hey, this pool doesn't exist. Otherwise, it's time to grab the next object from the queue. We dequeue the object, update its position and rotation, and activate it. If the object is already in use, we create a new one as a backup plan. But remember, too many backups can hurt performance. After spawning, we re-enqueue the object so it's ready for the next time. It's like returning a book to the library. Take, use, and return. When you're done with an object, like a bullet hitting its target, you call this method to deactivate and store it back in the pool. Clean, efficient, and ready for reuse. This is how we can get objects from the pool, as shown in the fire function. Here, we're using the spawnFromPool method to grab a bullet, set its position and rotation, and apply velocity. It's fast, efficient, and keeps the action flowing. And when we're done with the object, here's how we can send it back to the pool, as shown in this example. Instead of destroying the object, we call return to pool after its lifetime expires, making it available for reuse. It's like recycling, but for game objects. This approach keeps your game optimized and ensures smooth gameplay without unnecessary performance hiccups. To use the object pooler script in Unity, start by creating an empty game object and naming it Object Pooler. Next, attach the Object Pooler script to it, like giving it a brain so it knows what to do. Now, let's set up a pool. Add an element to the list. And for the tag, we'll call it bullet. Drag your bullet prefab into the prefab field and set a size, let's say 50. It's like telling Unity, hey, I need 50 bullets on standby, ready to go. Finally, hit play mode, and voila! You'll see your 50 bullet prefabs neatly pooled and ready to fire. It's like your game's version of a fully stocked ammo crate. And that's a wrap. With object pooling, your game runs smoother, faster, and greener, because recycling is cool even in code. Say goodbye to lag and hello to efficiency. If you found this helpful, hit like, share it with your dev buddies, and subscribe for more tips. Ring that bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep coding and keep crushing it.